Welcome to Toffee TV. This is the News Daily. Zouma is an Everton player. The wait, the fear, the tension is over. There was fears that Zouma's paperwork hadn't been processed in time, but that has been ratified today by the Premier League, and Zouma will now spend the 2018-19 season on loan at Goodison Park. Marco Silva did say that there was no clause in the loan agreement for Everton to buy the player. We just have to see how it goes. The Zouma spent last season on loan at Stoke City. He played 36 times for them. So, you know, we're going to have to see how he beds into this Everton side. He's going to wear the number 5 shirt for this season. He's played 40 odd times for Chelsea as well. Having got in the Saint Etienne team at 16 years of age. Decent in the air, got a good turn of pace, he's strong. So he's a welcome addition, most definitely, into the centre of defence. A lot of people feeling as though we needed strengthening, and obviously along with Yerry Mina, that gives Everton some, you know, good defensive options really to go with. Jagielka, Keane and Mason Holgate, of course. Marco Silva has done his first press conference ahead of the new season. He thanked Mr. Farhad and the board for their backings in the transfer window. Said that ideally would have liked the players in on July the 3rd when everybody returned, but it's the nature of the market and it's the difficulty and the World Cup complicated stuff and things like that. But he was very, very happy with the purchases and the strength in the squad. He did say that none of the deadline day signings would be involved for tomorrow's trip to Wolves, but that's only to be expected. You know, we knew that anyway. Bernard hasn't played for a while. Andre Gomez is actually injured at the minute with a hamstring. Yerry Mina only returned to training on Monday with Barcelona, and Zouma, obviously that's only been done today finally. So he did say those players, or some of those players, will have a pre-season over the next couple of weeks, but you know, we may well see a couple of them in the squad for Southampton game next weekend at Goodison Park. So we'll have to just watch this space on that. Other things that came out of the press conference, Marco Silva feels that we're ready for the game at Wolves. He said it's obviously it's the start of a new era. He said that he knows Nuno Santos, and that he's a friend of his, knows how he plays, and it'll be a tough game. Wolves are a good side, but he feels confident that Everton are ready. They've worked on stuff all week, and so we'll have to wait and see how that goes. Hopefully it'll involve us defending a little bit deeper against the pace of the likes of Adama Traore. Other things he said was that he expects Gomez to be fit in around 3 weeks' time. He is currently nursing a hamstring, is the Portuguese midfield player, and he spoke about Ademola Lookman and said he is part of our plans. He said he went out on loan, went to Leipzig. They obviously enjoyed him and said he was a good player and he did well there, and he said he could understand why Lookman wanted to stay, but he's an important part of our plans, and it's up to us as a club now to make him feel loved and make him feel wanted and happy here. So we'll have to see what happens with that. He also said that Mohamed Bezic's move to Middlesbrough collapsed because of a dispute between Middlesbrough and an agent over a fee, but it's still expected that Bezic will make the switch to Middlesbrough on loan with a view to a permanent at the end of the season. So, you know, we'll have to see when that's ratified, but that looks like that's still going to happen. And Yannick Bolasie again today linked with a move to Middlesbrough. That didn't materialise yesterday, but Bolasie doesn't appear to be part of Marco Silva's plans right at this moment in time, so it wouldn't be any surprise to see him go out of the door. And Nikola Vlasic as well, he's another one. It looks as though he may secure a move to CSKA Moscow before this transfer window is out. They are heavily into Vlasic and would like to take him, so we'll have to see. That's a loan as well. No mention of Sandro, but I suppose he's in the squad anyway, so it's only if someone brings him up he'd mention that. And finally, he spoke about the Richarlison fee. He was asked a question about the Richarlison fee, probably because a lot of pundits, namely Paul Merson, his head falling off when we bought Richarlison the other week. And Marco Silva said, well, not really bothered about it. Look at last summer when Jordan Pickford went for 30 million and has proved his worth, and no one's questioning that fee now. And he said, I feel it'll be the same in Richarlison. He will come in, do well, and nobody will be talking about the fee next summer. And that's really what we need to do. We need to make sure Richarlison does well enough that everyone forgets about the fee and just says, what a really good player Everton have got. That is it for me. If you haven't subbed, please do so. Make sure you get over to Patreon and be a sub on there. It's boss. Loads of good stuff on there. Do that now. Have a fantastic weekend, and let's hope Everton deliver the first 3 points of the season. See you later.